Yo, what is going on, guys? Techie here, coming at you with another video today. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how I took this $1,000 account and I gained 25% this week. So overall, throughout the week, I'd say we've had 3 winning days, 1 losing day, and 1 break-even day. So with that ratio, I don't think there's any failure there. We're going to get into the details. We're going to talk about what was the strategy, what I did to get there, and where we are now and where we're gonna go. Without further ado, we're gonna get into the details. We're gonna just play a few clips of the trades that were taken throughout the week. Um, Also showing you the ones that I lost. Pretty much try to look back and see, hey, what did I do wrong here? What could I have avoided? And yeah, that's pretty much the whole idea of these videos is to journal for myself and also share with you guys, the journey, the do's and don'ts of the whole situation when it comes down to trading. A lot of people don't really understand, the concept of trading. How is it that I could be profitable while trading? How can I make money while trading? A lot of people lose money because of habits or just not having the right discipline when it comes down to trading. And I was literally there a few weeks ago. I mean, I was consistently profitable in a sense, but also inconsistent with, maybe I shouldn't have taken this trade after that trade. I had 3 winning trades in the day, going for the fourth one, and it will erase everything because psychologically, I wouldn't allow myself to cut the losses short, right? I would have that thought in my head, hey, let this run and let me see what happens, And always, when you let it run and see what happens, I mean, the negative numbers get bigger. That's usually what happens. So there's definitely, those times where you're just going to have to pull the plug and say, hey, maybe this is it for the day. Um, and I'll come back tomorrow. Let me refresh. Let me rejuvenate. Let's get back into it. But when it comes down to losing a trade and pretty much losing most of the money you made throughout the day, there's a bit of emotions that get tied into that, and you don't want that to happen, right? You don't want to fall into that habit of let me keep going. I got this. I got this. I got this. No, we're gonna let this shit go. We lost. It's cool, but I get to come back tomorrow and I get back into the markets, and there's gonna be way more opportunity. So now we're looking into Monday's trade. This was US 30 on the left side and NASDAQ 100 on the right side. We're seeing that US 30 did a push up, it wicked back down, now it's pushing up again. So we're going in for a long position while still analyzing NASDAQ 100. We're already in the US 30 position. Believe we take partials and let the rest run at this point. Almost getting stopped out at that point. Look at that, guys. And it turns around. It pushed up. Look at that momentum. Look at that volume. So now looking at gold, going in originally for a long position, but I believe somewhere within this video, I ended up taking a short instead of a long. I think I was seeing, signs of, hey, maybe that's not the move. So just looking at gold and US 100, which is Nasdaq 100, going in for that sell position on Nasdaq 100 here, as we're seeing is pushing more to that zone we wanted to break out of. So one thing with me is I always try to just set that stop loss above break even once in the winning position of the trade, just to limit those losses. Really have control over it. Eventually, what happens is it hits your stop loss and then it pushes down. And then once it gets further down, you don't want to re enter. So you end up missing out on that trade, which was a potential 1 to 5 or 1 to 3 or 1 to 2. 1 on 1 even. A winning trade is a winning trade, right? You don't want to miss out on anything, but it's better to be safe than sorry in these scenarios, especially when starting off at the beginning and you're compounding the account. You just want to make every winning trade, a winner. You want to cut down on those losses. And I see a lot of traders that, they respect the stop loss. So, and they respect the take profit as well. So they won't adjust, their stop loss to above break even, or they won't set it anywhere. They'll just let the trade play out, and then their trade is almost hitting take profit one, and then it reverses and it hits stop loss, and they never win when that could have been a winning trade right there. So that's where the way I trade comes in, and the way other people trade. It's very much different. There's pros and cons to everything. Everybody's strategy is different. Whatever works for you is what you should be comfortable doing, but that's just what I do. So as we're looking in, we see that I took a short on US 100, and I also took a short on US 30, with US 30 it tapping us out, and with NAS 100 us taking, our setting our stop loss below entry, and just taking something home. Overall, our gold trade really hit the spot that Tuesday. So really happy with that. And what's to come is Wednesday. Wednesday was our losing day, right? So that's gonna be really interesting to just look over and really talk about it. Okay, so Wednesday's here. We're gonna go in for our short position on US 30, which was a killer position. It was a good first trade of the day. Um, NAS 100 just doing some whole other stuff, and gold just really much killing me that day. Gold really just was not on my side on Wednesday. So, with that being said, oh man. And I just hope you guys understand there's a lot of effort that goes into editing these videos. I'm still working on, getting better and developing the editing skills for these YouTube videos. So I hope you guys bear with me on that. And you still get to enjoy and take something out of these videos at the same time. So I'm honestly just gonna cut Wednesday short. I know Wednesday was overall a horrible day. I mean, we did catch a winning trade, but with the other trades, it just didn't balance out and left us on a negative. Because by Tuesday night, there was a trade that I took at I think it was Australian session, almost Asia session, or was it Asian session? Um, that pretty much fucking set our account at 40%. But by the end of Wednesday, we're down to 10% profit, which is, that's not what we wanted at all. But let's just keep going with it, guys. Keep moving. See that. You see what worked out. You see what didn't. And one thing I want to take too into accountability is that Wednesday I realized I took way too many trades one after the other, as far as, just different positions within one market. I changed the bias quick. Obviously, like I said, you have to adjust with the markets, but mentally, I don't think I was there, and I should have just walked out at a smaller loss than letting it get to what it was. But either way, my main goal that Wednesday, after losing most of my profits, was, you know, I'm either gonna lose 10% of the balance, or I'm gonna gain back my 10% profit. And that was the game plan after everything was all said and done, and that's probably why, I took all those positions. But I could have waited it out and probably did it more strategically. But yeah, let's continue on to Thursday, which was one of the most prettiest, beautifulest trading, smoothest trading days that I've had in a long, long time. And that felt so amazing. Like, if I could get one of those days, once a week, and really just balance out the wins and losses, then hey, the ratio is just gonna play itself out. It's gonna be in my favor, and I'm gonna be at profitability 100% of the time. And when I'm saying 100% of the time, I'm speaking of a week profitability ratio, like more wins than losses at the end of the week. Just want to always have a green week. For the most part, I think that if I calmly and collectively put myself in the mind state that I need, that could be achieved. And as we're looking into Thursday, I just want you guys to take note that I didn't show the position that I took until after the fact. I started marking them down. Usually, as I'm going in, I'll put long or short on the screen, but this I did after the fact. So pretty much Friday was one of the longest trading days in the week. I believe I was trading for a total of an hour and some change, probably like 30, 40 minutes. I mean, most of the time I was on standby. I took a few losses, so I was in recovery mode, just waiting for that um NAS 100 that I was such strongly biased on to actually hit. So I also pretty much showed, a long position that I didn't take on NAS, but we called it after the fact that we got stopped out on our sell. But pretty much just waiting for that sell opportunity, waiting for it to reach our zones. And that's pretty much what it takes sometimes. It takes discipline, not jumping into the markets, but just waiting for that zone where you feel comfortable, where you say, hey, I've confirmed that, we're getting to where we need to be, and this is where I want to go in. And this is how much I want to risk, and this is how we're going to go about it, right? So that hit. Guys, just pay attention to this. This shit is beautiful. And along with that, with everything being said, it's all, how do we call it? I mean, 50% understanding, the charts, and then another 50% just really having that strong mental state, like willing to take L's, like know what's good, know what's not. But yeah, guys, check this shit out.